Welcome to Rob on Holiday. Today we're here at Disneyland Paris and we're going to be talking about the history of the Autopia ride. Welcome to Disneyland Paris in Depth, the series where we share the history and secrets behind your favourite Disneyland Paris attractions. In today's episode we're delving into Autopia, an attraction that has a long history at Disney parks across the globe. Autopia was an opening day attraction in Tomorrowland at Disneyland in California on the 17th of July 1955. The attraction was inspired by a short film being produced by Disney at the time called Magic Highways, which shared a vision for the multi-lane American highways of the future. Said highway would officially be signed off by President Eisenhower in 1956, and the film inspired by the concept would be released in 1958. Both after the debut of the Autopia attraction at Disneyland. The name of the attraction combines the words automobile and utopia. Talking of automobiles, the Mark I Autopia cars that would debut in 1955 were designed by famous Imagineer Bob Gurr, who was the guy Walt Disney generally turned to when it came to transport. While the attraction is very much a filler ride today, it was incredibly popular when it opened. So popular in fact that Disney quickly added not one but two new Autopia tracks to the park. Junior Autopia opened in Fantasyland in 1956 and Midget Autopia in 1957. These two Autopias have since been removed, but provided much needed capacity for the popular attraction in the 50s and 60s. The attraction didn't come without problems though. In the testing phase, Autopia contained no bumpers or guardrails, leading to numerous crashes. Safe to say that Disney soon rectified the problem. Autopia opened as the Tomorrowland Speedway at Walt Disney World in 1971, at Tokyo Disneyland in 1983, at Disneyland Paris in 1992, and at Hong Kong Disneyland in 2005. The Tokyo and Hong Kong versions of the ride have since been removed, leaving just 3 Autopia tracks still running across the world today. Although the attraction is the same at its core in all 3 parks, there were some theming changes for Paris. This is because at Disneyland Paris there is no Tomorrowland. Instead, Imagineers decided to solve the problem of Tomorrowland attractions feeling out of date almost as soon as they opened by creating Discoveryland, a land based on the visions of the future from the science fiction works of Jules Verne and H.G. Wells. This new setting led to Disneyland Paris' Autopia being the only Autopia to open with a little bit of a storyline. As the story goes, Autopia drivers are driving their Astro Coupes, the name of the cars used in the attraction, from Discoveryland to the neighbouring futuristic city of Solaria. References to Solaria can be seen on the billboards outside the attraction, on one of the billboards visible from the queue, and on one of the signs above the bridge whilst you're driving. As for the track, Discoveryland lead Imagineer Tim Delaney combined the best elements of the California and Florida versions. The winding style of the track is more reminiscent of the California version, while the track's length is closer to the Tomorrowland Speedway in Florida. The Astro Coupes also received a bit of a makeover. To fit in with the future of the past theme of Discoveryland, the cars have a more rounded 1920s style design to them. They also have been designed to look a little bit more toy-like than their American counterparts, due to the attraction originally being sponsored by the toy brand Mattel. Autopia has not changed much since it debuted on Disneyland Park's opening day on the 12th of April 1992. The one significant change is that the cars recently changed from petrol to hybrid engines, so they really are moving into the future. The attraction has also been sponsored by a number of companies over the years. Currently, the attraction is sponsored by Avis. Autopia might not be the most popular attraction at Disneyland Paris, but it is a favourite for younger kids who relish the opportunity to take the wheel. Personally, I quite enjoy Autopia. The landscaping along the track is really well done, and the addition of several bridges makes the track interesting to drive. So now that we've covered the history of this attraction, I thought I'd finish the video by sharing a few secrets about the attraction in Paris. In the history of the attraction, 8 versions of the Autopia cars have been designed. Disneyland Paris has the latest version, logically called the Mark 8. And if you look closely, all 60 cars have a slightly different design. There are also hidden secrets to be discovered on the billboards lining the track. As well as the references to Solaria, there is one billboard advertising the Rocket Cafe. This is a real snack stand located opposite Star Tours at the back of the Space Mountain building. That's it for today's video. We hope you've enjoyed this journey along the highways of the future. If you're planning a trip to Disneyland Paris, we have a complete guide to the resort available on the channel now. The link is in the description. If you have any questions about Disneyland Paris, please leave them in the comments and we'll be more than happy to answer them. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button and consider subscribing for more travel tips and tricks. Thanks for watching Rob on Holiday, and we'll see you next time.